Alright, this is going out to my man Tin. Hooked us up with a Wet Plus. We got another lawnmower for you guys. Here we go. We're going to spray Wet Plus. What we got is a 1987 Deutz Allis 613 special. 1987 Deutz Allis 613 special. So we're taking it right down to bare metal. Use SPI, epoxy, PPG Omni, acrylic enamel. Scuff that up. Taking that gloss off of there, just give it a little bit of a bite. Clean it all off. Got it hanging. Doing the mower deck. We're gonna find out just how good this stuff is, Ten. This is what we're doing. We're gonna spray it on the bottom of this mower deck. We're gonna see how good this stuff handles. Everybody says it's good. We're gonna see. It's gonna sit all summer long with that wet grass just hanging right in there. Maybe it'll last. Maybe it won't. We're gonna find out. We do it. This is the first. This is it. First time ever. This is a torture test right here. I'd like to see anybody else do this. PPG, Martin Senior, Acme, Mason, any of those guys. Let's see you spray a lawnmower deck. Let's see how it holds up. As you can see, we got it all ready. You can see there's a good shine. That's just the acrylic enamel. There's the back. We're not going to clear coat that. Nobody's going to see it. We got it scuffed up. And this is it. We're going to find out how good this stuff is. There's the black pieces. Scuffed them on up. Get ready. Ready for the Wet Plus. This is the back piece. You can see, just use a red Scotch-Brite pad. Okay, this is what we're using. We're using a DeVilbiss Techno Pro Light. I got the 1.3 tip. We're running the TE20. The TE20 air cap on there. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put in a little bit of the white sparkle pearl pigment. Paint with Pearl. Matt from Paint with Pearl, awesome guy. Give him a call. paintwithpearl.com. He will set you up with whatever you need. He'll talk you through how to do it. Spray it. It's easy. We got some Ghost Pearl pigment we're going to put in this. See how it looks. What I did, I ran it through the filter first, because obviously we can't run pearl pigment through a filter because it'll filter it out. So just for the heck of it, I ran the wet through the filter. I'll have a filter in the gun. Just one more thing to slow me down. Okay, so that came right out of the can. You can see there's no yellow tint to this. See, no yellow tint. Everybody says there is. Not enough. You can see it. Don't worry. Stuff's awesome. Alright, so we got it mixed in there. We got the activator in there. Now you can use, or it's recommended you use base coat clear to put the pearl in to spray it down. And we did that last time. I don't think you need to do it with this Ghost Flake. It is so small. You can see it on there. I mean, it is so small. You don't need it. But if you're doing anything bigger than this Ghost Pearl, then I recommend the base clear to mix that pearl in with. But we're going to try it without it. We're just going to mix it in with the first coat, see how it goes. I don't know. Just going to do about 1/8 of a teaspoon for this little amount. See where we're at. Stand by. Okay, I got that mixed in there. It's almost a full 1/8 of a teaspoon of that white pearl. And you can see just how it's tiny. It's tiny. It's ghost pearl flake. You can barely even see it. Anyways, we got to mix in there 2 to 1. Just want to give it a little snap. We're going to see how that looks underneath that deck before I spray the whole tractor with it. And remember, 50 psi. I'll show you guys. 50 psi. Fif 50 psi. Everybody says it can't be done. Right there, 50 psi. Gun didn't blow up. Look at it. It's not blowing up. 50 psi. It didn't blow up. See that? It's not blowing up. There's no flames coming out of this thing. It isn't throwing shrapnel at me. It can be done. Just takes a little time, a little practice. The average guy just doesn't want to learn how to do this. He doesn't think it's right, but 50 psi, that's what 10 says. He knows what he's doing. Okay, I'm running the gun today. Tiny's not around. My brother Tiny, he's off doing other things, so I got to run the gun. You're going to do 1 medium coat, then 2 wet coats, just as wet as you can get it. If you can do it, you want to set it up so everything's laying flat. That way you can just put it on wet. Just like this hood. See how it's flat? I can just put it on as wet as possible. And I just got to be careful on the sides I don't get the runs, but at least on the top it's going to lay down like glass. Okay, just did 1 medium coat, 50 pounds, 50 psi. If I can paint these little pieces at 50 psi, there's no reason you guys can't be painting a full-size car at 50 pounds. I just did it. These things didn't move an inch off this table. Look at that. Look at the pearl in there. You can see just a little silver pearl in there. It is beautiful. That's at 50 pounds. Don't tell me it can't be done. Don't send me videos. Oh, I can't do it. I just did it. 50 pounds. I don't do this every day. Do it twice a year. I can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. No excuses. 50 psi. Look at that. Look at the shine in there. Look at the pearl flake. Look at that. There you go. There's your pearl flake. That's all I wanted. I just wanted a little ghost flake. And there you can see it. That's 1 coat. 1 coat. Don't tell me it can't be done. I just did it. That's 1 coat. And you wait 30 minutes. 30 minutes. You guys are getting patient. 30-minute flash. This stuff is on there thick. It needs a full 30 minutes. And we'll come back, we'll hit it again, this time wet. Just wet. Just as much as you can get without it running. That's where it's nice if you got them laying flat. Really keeps the runs down. Look at this. Just look at it. Just beautiful. I mean, that thing is just beautiful. Okay, I just shot the second coat, and this is really the first good coat of wet. And you put it on just as wet as you can get it. And you can see just how shiny it is. Let's see if I can get you some of that pearl. Get some of that shine in there for you. Just look at the shine on that. So that's one good coat and the first medium coat. See if you can get the pearl in there. I think you could see the pearl. Oh yeah. So that's two coats with the pearl in there. And that's all I wanted. It's ghost pearl. You just barely see it. I don't want this thing too crazy. You know, this is gonna pimp my lawnmower. This is gonna be the mower I use every week to mow my yard. This is not a showpiece. It's just a mower. It's just my lawnmower. I just don't want to buy a new one. I'm not gonna go to Lowe's or Home Depot and spend $1,000 on a new one. So I'm buying this one. I'm just putting money in, fix this one up. You can see that bottom of the deck. Look how nice that shine is. And it's going down like glass, especially when it's laid flat like that. You can just put it on so thick, and you can see just how beautiful it is. All those dimples, all that stuff, that was rust. You guys wouldn't believe how rusty this deck was. That's why I wanted to do this. I wanted to see how wet was going to hold up in a nasty environment. Let's see if we can get some of that. Oh, there's some pearl. That's all. I just barely see it. Ghost pearl. That's all we're looking for. Little ghost pearl. I only did one coat on these black pieces because with that pearl in there, it gives it just a gray tint to it. I don't really love it. I don't mind a little bit. So that's only got the one coat with a pearl pigment. You see this piece here is the stock acrylic enamel. You can see how black it is. And you see this, it is gray. Pull them back. It gives it that gray tint. So I only did one coat of that. That's all I wanted. This is all you're going to see is just the motor piece there. But you can see it just laid down like glass. And you can see any of the imperfections like that. That's all. That's in the metal. I didn't take it but Bondo and fill this all in. It's just a lawnmower, guys. This has nothing to do with the wet. That's one medium coat of wet. And just look at the shine on that. So I'm going to do two coats without any pearl pigment on the black pieces yet, once our time is up. So there it is, it's 5 o'clock, it's been about 20 minutes since the second coat was sprayed. So about another 10-15 minutes, I'm going to hit this again, and then we're done. But I can do it, I paint twice a year. Twice a year. I don't spray this every day. I can do it 50 PSI. You guys can do it too. No reason you can't spray a car, which is 18 times as big as this little tiny hood, at 50 pounds with guns that cost a whole lot more than that DeVilbiss. No reason you can't do it. Alright, there it is, 6 o'clock. We got 3 coats of the wet on. Look at the shine. Look at that shine. That is beautiful. Just beautiful. Look at the shine on that. It's just unbelievable. Check this out. Look at the shine. Look at that shine on that hood. See if we can get it up there. Look at that. That is beautiful. Let's come back. Let's see if you can see it. She's beautiful. I mean, there is not one run. There's not one imperfection on the top of this hood. It is glass. I wouldn't even say there's light trash in there. There's nothing. There's nothing in this hood. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. I'd paint twice a year, guys. Twice a year. That's all I do. Look at this. Paint on the tarp. Look at all the dirt on there. Paint on a piece of plywood. And I can get these results at 50 PSI in that gun. I use it twice a year on these little pieces. You can't tell me you can't paint a car at 50 PSI. It can be done. I just did it with these little pieces. They didn't move an inch. No runs. This is not rocket science. Anybody can do this. With patience, a little bit of practice. Look at the shine on that black piece. Any imperfections on that is from the metal. I didn't put any Bondo on there. It's just a little piece of the motor. There's a big sticker that's going to go on there. Nothing is from the clear coat. There was no prep on this. I wire brushed the rust and the old paint off. Primer, acrylic enamel, and then wet. No body fill. Just look at this thing. Look at all the angles and the curves. Not one run. Not one single run on this piece. 50 pounds of pressure. The whole time. I didn't adjust the gun. I didn't need to. Look at the shine on that thing. If I can paint this little piece with my gun on a dirt floor, dirt covered tarp, there's no reason you guys can't do this on your car that are professionals. You do this every day with your Sada and your Iwatas, whatever you got. Look at this mower deck. And again, this deck was so rusty. That's all that is. It's just the rust pits. But look at the shine on that. There again, no runs. Not one run. No dry spots. They're right there. Not a run, not a dry spot. There isn't even light trash in here. It's just beautiful. Just beautiful. It can be done. You got to use the right products with a little patience. And you can do this. Imagine if this was a car. This is a lawnmower. No reason you can't do this at home. To your car, your truck, or your motorcycle, or your whatever you're painting. It's easy. I can do it. You can do it. Look at the fender right here. Look at all the curves. There's not one dry spot. There's not one run. There's not one piece of trash. Not one fisheye. It's perfect. Look at these things. These are the footrests. I'm going to put my feet here when I mow the yard. And they're perfect.
What am I gonna do? That's the question I just can't answer. I'm tired of losing sleep over you. You change your mind every day. First you stay, then you walk away. I'm tired of losing sleep over you. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you will, sometimes you won't. Tonight I'm unplugging the phone, I'm drawing the shades and dreaming alone. I'm tired of losing sleep over you. Sometimes you do, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes you will, and sometimes you won't. I'll leave all my worries behind, and finally I'll be able to run my I'm tired of losing sleep over you. The part of me wishes you'd stay. I need my rest, so I'll be on my way. I'm tired of losing sleep over you. I'm tired of losing sleep over you. I'm tired of losing sleep over you. I got a hit, got it, I got a hit, got it, I got a hit, got it, spell on you. Sometimes you gotta cheat to win. You're never gonna let me in. I tried every way to win your heart. My dreams always fell apart. So I got a new plan. I'm trying to precise. Grab hold of my hand to my eyes. I got a hit, got it, I got a hit, got it, I got a hit, got it, spell on you. You got a hit, got it, it's a hit, got it, I got a hit, got it, spell on you. I took away
Okay, here we are, March 27th, almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Just got her all put together. Gonna throw some gas in it, see if we can make it fire up. Look at that shine. Look at that shine, 10. Look at the shine. This hasn't been cut or buffed. And as you can see, it's very overcast today, but just look at the shine on that. You can see the camera. You can see the raindrops. It's just beautiful. This thing just came out beautiful. Everything you see green has been covered in the wet. Just look at that shine. Look at that shine, 10. You the man. You the man. Oh, I can't wait to get this out when it's sunny. Look at that shine. 1987 Deutz Allis. Still got to put the 613 decal on there. It's going to go right there. But I got everything else on there. She's ready to go. Need some gas. We're going to fire it up. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Beautiful.